Buddies, welcome back. JB here. Today we're taking a look how the new class Hive Scum performs in endgame, especially for Havoc, because we all know how Havoc works. Some conditions we need different class combination to have a bigger win rate. And yeah, to be honest, this new class just outperforms some other classes really great. Or yeah, I need to make, there are some classes who need to make plays for you. And that's the topic of this video. So who lose, who wins, and how big is the shift between the classes. So buddies, let's start it. And yeah, buddies, before we start, a quick shout out to our mates who inspired this video. Thomas Mendoza, thanks, buddies. Always welcome if someone just gives feedback or information what I could do next or what they wanted. I really appreciate that, buddies. Stay healthy, buddies. I hope I make a bit a different video what you wanted. I hope, yeah, it's fine because I think that fits more to right now actually the topic. But yeah, hoping you understand it. But yeah, thanks for the buzz. Stay healthy, buddies. See you around and greetings go out to you, buddy. So, buddies, let's start it. First, what Hive Scum actually brings. But let's first read what Theodore says on the patch notes. So we have a Zealot as an aggressive melee character, but we don't have necessarily have an overlay active range character. That, you know, hovers in close range, almost where other classes would opt into using a melee weapon. Thanks, Theodore. And he says something else more. And that one is crazy. It's like I don't need to block. I don't need to be big and strong because I'm fast and so precise. You will never hit me type of a deal. So for Hive Scum, we really learned into those aspects. I swear to God, they never play Havoc 40 as with a red. Okay, as a red. I want to see. So it's no hate or something like that. Just I need to say it. I want to see Turner as a red in a live Twitch stream or a live stream where he play Havoc 14 condition what Namond and high Stimp. I want so bad to see that the Devils just play this condition Havoc 40 live. Man, I need to say it. I love this type of humor really, but to read that is painful. To read that is really painful because they say something that yeah, man, that's everything what we wanted for a class. And if you put all this something into it, you have the most perfect class what you want, or what you can create on Darktide right now with these conditions. I mean, that class can be so brutal if they really. I don't see the complete tree, but if they turn to completely have all the stuff what they say, you can create it one of the most brutal classes in game. Okay, this class will dominate everything, and that's the thing why I say, yeah, this there's also something else. Okay, you have Chimp Toxin, you have a melee stuff and close range combat. So the same Toxin is something what is new came out that brings. So we have burning, bleed, something that, and now we have something like toxic, and that is can also increase if I read it right and the patch note. Is a damage over time effect that get increase with some blessing points. Yeah, that's dumb. No other class has something like that. Okay, no other class like Ogryn or Psyker or Zealot who can increase the overtime effect. Yeah, we have base damage increase, but we have not really an effect that increase overtime damage, only that. And if that works, you can really give overtime damage stupidly. You can lower boss damage. Then we have Stimp. Stimp has also his own talent tree, and that's stupid. We want that for the arbiters. So the Arbiters and the Dog have two separate talent points, but now we give them to the Hive Scum. So to make him just more stronger, you know, he need that. Trust me. I mean, so right now you have a stim that you can manipulate to make it stronger. The more stronger you make it, or the more talent point you invest into it, the more cooldown you get have onto it. There's like a grenade, or I think not a grenade. You have it like a stim, so you cannot pick more regular stim. You have a stim always in your pocket, but if you use it, you have time. Use it again, and that's not the crazy part. So the crazy part comes right now if you pick the yeah, ability where you, if I understand also right, you have a pack, a medikit, something that heals you up. If you do that, I'm not sure if it heals you right now. They just said the medipack with also the extra buff that gives mates around you the stim, what you use, so the buff of your stim, also to your buddies around you. That's a huge buff, okay? If you give your free attack speed, if you damage boost, cooldown reduction, that is something that is crazy. But that's also not enough. He has a fucking mighty rocket launcher, okay? And if we read right now what he says in the end, I say that that is broken stuff. Bonus, most fun part of working with Hive Scum. I had the most fun with working with the missile launcher for sure, which is now called the Boom Bringer. Okay, that's enough. I don't read it more. Okay, Theodore, you have me. You have me. I'm buying this stuff right now. He got me with the fucking mind rocket launcher. Okay, I mean this class outperforms everything. If you want right now to play a class, that's it. So yeah, let's jump to the next spot, buddies. Who gets pushed out? Okay, the biggest loser, to be honest, if you put Auric and Havoc together, is the veteran. The veteran loses the most. Hive Scum does everything. Yeah, the vet does in close range gunplay, but faster, more aggressive, and far more flexible. Long range is still the vet's strength, but Havoc punish long range setups hard. It's fast in fast ones in randoms like Auric, the vet will lose a ton of slots. Have you ever seen? Have you ever get in a situation on Havoc where you completely free time to aim on a range enemy like a sniper or pox, a bomber, grenadier? No, it doesn't. You have always a fucking pox worker who just want to hit you from the back. He came just from nowhere, and I need to say it. Yeah, that's the biggest lose of the red. The red outperforms because of crack grenades, far target to shoot far targets. What's not so good in Havoc, and for armor efficiency, the armor sense also is great with the new class because he have aura. But if he pick armor, he get everything. Every other class in this hour, tied of this hour also to them. So let's talk about if we take a big armor pack right now as Hive Scum, we give literally 10 or something like that to the other classes also. So right now there's a really big hour for for the new class. It works well with the red synergy, but compared to the red, he just outperformed it. Okay, we can say the red has crack grenades, but he have a fucking mighty rocket launcher. I know not how much you can use it, how strong it is. So right now it's hard to say it if it better have crack grenade or not. But I can say on the words from Theodore, that thing will just be a monster in endgame. Okay, if you have so much fun, trust me, we will have it too. That's the point of the stuff what you talk about here. So yeah, that is still losing is the hard, but on our Havoc, I think the vet will outperform the Arbiters because the vet can still give over toughness, buddies. The vet can still give over toughness, and that's the thing what the new class doesn't have. So over toughness is the thing what works also well for all classes, and the Arbiter doesn't have it. So the second biggest loser, or for Havoc, the biggest loser, right in my opinion, is the Arbiter. So the second one, the Arbiters, or like I said before, the first biggest loser for Havoc. In endgame, especially for Havoc, the Arbiters struggle as much as the Red. Like I said before, he brings structure, order, and support, but Havoc is pure chaos. And to be honest, the Arbiter has only really one greatest, support buff or support ability, and that's Aquila. If he doesn't go for it, he buffs mostly himself. So all the toughness, all the strength what you get, all the keystones works only well on themselves. It doesn't fit to others. There are few talent points what gives you toughness and damage reduction, or a bit more damage in melee if you stagger him. But to be honest, all other classes give it that too. So the red has that also. If you kill enemies, you give toughness back. The Ogryn have it also. If you stagger enemies, sorry, you get more melee damage. And the new class has that also. if he deal damage to enemies, kill enemies in range combat fast enough, he will give you over toughness over time. So, to be honest, yeah, the Arbiters here is especially every yeah, lose a lot. Okay, in endgame he slips to the bottom of the power curve, so he also doesn't deal so much damage in melee. Let's say in range we show it in our my last build video was yeah 1 million damage, but you can easily get an Havoc. But he eats ammunition, and yeah, that doesn't work on Havoc. Okay, that doesn't work. So this build will not work on a Havoc, even if you go with yeah with bolt gun. If you play conditions like here, what's an armor with stimpack, that doesn't fit. So to be honest, yeah, the Abitas is right now the biggest loser. So in my eyes, the one that loses a bit is the Zealot. Zealot stays strong, but still lose some space. Hive Scum overlaps with his aggressive melee plus gunplay style, to be honest, but two greed melee damage dealers or DPS are most welcome if you have good like if you have Ogryn and Zealot. Sorry, yeah, Ogryn and Psyker, because the Zealot right now can give also over toughness and has also high melee damage. So and gives you critical hits, what works also well for the new class, whereas also talent portals gives him crit, attack speed, and damage boost, melee, and also for the Psyker who does deal also more critical hit damage, what increases also damage. So right now the Psyker Zealot, in my opinions, is the biggest winner. Okay, Zealot wins in clutch potential and severity. Dodge, he's also fucking mobile. Okay, Arbiters and here veteran cannot fit to his mobility. But if the goal is poor tempo, damage, and close range control, Hive Scum takes the slot in many teams. Okay, so yeah, right now I think the most taken combos will be Zealot, Hive Scum, Ogryn, and Psyker. So then let's jump to the next one. The third one, who stays untouched? And that's to be easy say is the Ogryn. Ogryn is untouchable. Ogryn is not effective in all. We know he have not high single target damage. If you take pickaxe, it's something else, but then you use a bit more stagger points and stuff like that. But it works well. But to be honest, you cannot outperform a Zealot right now with Scum class, high Scum class with pickaxe. Okay, so single target damage is not so good like the single target from a Zealot or right now from the new class, in my opinion. I doesn't see the new class, but I can say the new class will have literally the same damage boost. If you have the right now dueling sword in this yeah mini pool, I cannot say more anything. Okay, Hive Scum can replace his mass dagger from Ogryn or frontline presence or suppression control. Almost every Havoc team still wants an Ogryn because his taunt is so broken. He can give can increase base damage, gives enemies 2 types of debuffs, what will increase your damage, and he's a monster of a tank. Okay, if you go feel no pain. Psyker is completely safe. Okay, Hive Scum doesn't touch Psyker's role. Elite deletion, CC, warp utility, long range, crate control, Psyker's valuable in every scenario. He steps top tier no matter what, because Bubble is broken. Bubble is the thing what can take out damage or specialist in all yeah from all sides. Has the right now highest range damage pool in game because has no, he doesn't need ammo. If you play with flames, you are broken totally. Just press simple left click and charge it left click, and yeah, you do automatic the most damage here. So yeah, that's the pool right now that get untouchable, Ogryn and the Psyker buddies. So buddies, 4 is the new endgame squad layout. Before Hive Scum, the Uzi layout was tank, control, and 2 flex, so 2 DPS. Now it looks like this. Tank stays, control stays. So control here right now is Psyker, and tank you Ogryn. One slot almost always goes to Hive Scum, trust me. Like we see before, even if you read patch notes, you will understand what I mean. And only one flex slot remains for Red, Zealot, or Arbiter. This is where the meta breaks apart. Okay, Arbiters will lose always compared to Red or Zealot. So that's why we go to 5. The real power rank in Havoc. Basically, strike on damage, severity, and endgame performance. See how it looks. Number 1, Psyker. We can also say number 1, Ogryn. So that's not. So let's say number 1 and number 2 goes for Ogryn and Psyker. Number 3, Hive Scum. Number 4, yes, Zealot, in my opinion. Number 5, Veteran. And to be honest, number 6 is Arbiters. That's the real ones to push into Havoc. So that's the reality ones to push into Havoc. So the Arbiters has really nothing to compare to Silent and the Veteran. Because the Silent and the Veteran have over toughness. That's the stuff. But just always outperform Arbiters. Okay, over toughness is a free taking hit before you get damaged to your HP. Or to your toughness, real toughness. And this veteran can boost over toughness more than the Zealot. So right now, in my opinion, it depends right now even on the conditions. Okay, on the conditions right here, on if you play Rotten Armor, I think veteran outperforms Zealot because crack grenades. And you have also the buff to increase the damage, your focus target. If you play conditions here right now, like Poxcast, in combination with Poxcast, or condition with Demon Host. I think here right now the Zealot outperforms here right now the Veteran because you have hours who just can reduce corruption. Also, he can just solo push in front and can clear easily a Demon Host spot, and that is something what the Veteran doesn't have. And also over toughness, like I say, with Chorus. Yeah, 6, the final thoughts. Hive Scum is not just an addiction, he changed completely the meta system. Not every class gets replaced, but the competition inside the flex wall becomes brutal. Here, the flex wall is the fight between Zealot, Beta, and Arbiters. Ogryn and Psyker stays rocket solid, but Zealot, Beta, and Arbiters, like I say, are fighting for one single slot, and 2 of them are clearly losing. So what does it mean in the end? In the end, it means we get a ton of patch notes that will boost and nerf again the stuff. I'm right now not sure what they will buff with the news patch note on December 2. The new, also the other classes here, Ogryn, Psyker, Zealot, Veteran, Arbiters. So it can be changed, mates. If they doesn't touch it so well, I think they will not touch so a lot 10 points from the Arbiters or something like that, also from the Ogryn. Because the sand is perfectly fine right now, like that it is for the Ogryn, and to the Arbiters is hard. If they buff him too hard, he just or fix him, nerf him too hard, he just go lower, go higher on the rank system. I doesn't think also that doesn't touch Arbiters. So they will change through system, like literally blessings on the weapons. Maybe we can hope that they buff a bit the damage pool of the weapons, but that doesn't mean that Arbiters is a must-have to pick. So that the Arbiters will still lose, but compared to Sia and the Veteran, it will still lose compared to the Sia and the Veteran. But the Hive Scum will be the number 3 in my opinion. Okay, even I want him. If I read the patch notes, even I want him. I want him in the group. As if you just want, if you can choose what you want to pick, and to be honest, we will see a lot of Hive Scum class in Havoc if you just open the group. Yeah, it's even a thing to say let's go for 2 Hive Scums, because Hive Scums can go for 2 different things. The one with Stimp, so you can heal you up, and the other one with Rocket Launch up. So maybe we can even say we doesn't need the Veteran Seal more, so we can go with Psyker, Ogryn, 2-time Hive Scum. Or we just it's hard to say, some really good players even doesn't need Ogryn. Okay, we can even say, okay, let's put out the Ogryn, go 2 times a Hive Scum, as Psyker and a Vet. Also, that will still works. Rotten Armor, that's the thing that we want to prefer Ogryn, but conditions without Rotten Armor is the thing maybe to go with 2 Hive Scums. Yeah, Psyker is like a little untouchable. Psyker's, the bubble, the flames, his stuff is too great. The cooldown reduction what he gives is stump really broken. But in my personal favorite is always Ogryn. If you have a really great Ogryn, trust me, you can even take some mistakes. You can even do doesn't play so well, Ogryn will carry your ass because he take all the acco from you back. So basically, doesn't need always to watch you back or can take some hits from lower targets. He will always a good Ogryn will always taunt the highest damage targets from your away. So you have always free time to aim to play more safety. Ogryn is in my opinion, really a must-have if you have a great Ogryn player. He can even go for debuffs, so he doesn't deal a lot of damage, but he buffs you damage enormous. So in combination with Psyker, it's broken. So in my opinion, Ogryn, Psyker, and Hive Scum, this is the one of the greatest combo with a veteran. Mm, yeah, I think veteran is great because Zealot cannot focus far targets so well like the vet. So if you have Psyker, Ogryn, Hive Scum, and Red, you have literally everything, okay? Zealot, like I said, is better on melee combat, but the Red can focus far targets. So the Red should right now only focus on high far target specialist. Yeah, the Scum does melee damage, Psyker, Bubble, and focus wave. Ogryn tanks everything around you, so you'll be safe. And yeah, I think will be the right now most playable combination. Psyker, Ogryn, Hive Scum, and Veteran. I know there are a lot of Psyker mains, so they will not switch that. So if you have more than Psyker mains, yeah, you will just throw out the Veteran or throw out the Ogryn, to be honest, to play your main class because there's not a strict rule to go for that. If you want to play your main, you play your main. That's it. It's basically, but that's not even what I say right now. It's a must-have. Okay, if you want to play the arbiters, you can play him. That's not the stuff what I say when if you see arbiter immediately go out of the group. That's not the part. If you see a good arbiter, if he made know his class, even whatever you pick, this man can carry the game. Okay, because he know how the class works. He know what he needs to do in some situations, and that's almost better than to have some agreed combination rules, but no one knows what to do. This is dumb like shit. So yeah, to be honest, that's only my thought. But get outed. Most people will play Hive Scum, so yeah. I just want to let you know. But we should expect a lot of changes on patch notes after they release the patch note, buddies. That's for sure. And that's it, buddies. So yeah, that's from my side, buddies. I say bye, stay healthy, see you around, and we see you on Darktide, buddies.